Oh, hello, and a very good evening to you out there. I hope you're well. Hope your evening is going well, or if you're earlier on during the day, I hope your afternoon or morning, wherever it is, you're enjoying yourself. Believe it or not, I'm in wonderful company. The wonderful company, the wonderful Taryn Sandbrook, right there next to me. There she is, just there. That's it. And we were on last night. So if any of you missed the show, then we decided that it'd be really nice just to come back and maybe just have a little bit of a chat with you guys and see if we just reflect on the show, because we thought it was so warm and lovely that we just wanted to say hello. So, okay, how are you, Taryn?
Yeah, I'm really good. I'm really relaxed. Yeah, feeling really good.
And you've got your lovely kittens around you as well.
Yeah, I got the little kittens down here.
Good, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, well, I think we need a bit of an intro. So let's start with this. Okay, well, absolutely lovely. And just to let you know what's going on here, we are 1 minute past 6 in Spain, 1 minute past 5 in the UK. And it's a gorgeous day in Spain. It's been about 18 to 20 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. And how's it over there?
It's actually a really sort of overcast, wet day.
Oh.
We've had a week worth of stunning weather, so I can't really complain.
No. Okay.
It's a little bit cold, a little bit wet and damp, but
there we go. Okay, so last night we did a session called The Moon and the Heart, and I thought
Sure.
what was absolutely lovely about that show was the feedback we got from everybody, and the warmth we received from everybody, and the amount of people who actually came online to join in. So that was absolutely fabulous to see you all. And I felt here that when we talk about the moon and the heart, and we're embracing, especially with the moonology cards, and we could do a bit of tarot readings, and we could help people to just let go of stuff they've been holding on to, let go of stuff there. And yes, I think that was quite an emotional, releasing evening. How did you feel?
Yeah, I felt really good. I think I love sharing my passion for moons. Because obviously I centre it around self-care and your mindset, and just, obviously we didn't go into great detail, hence why we decided to do part 2.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a passion of mine. I'm working with a few ladies at the moment in a workshop, and they love it, and it's just a really nice thing to share with people. It's a really positive thing, and it's all around yourself, looking after yourself with the beautiful phases of the moon. It's just lovely.
It is nice. It is absolutely wonderful. Those of you just joined here, this is a completely unscheduled show. Completely unscheduled. Yes, but we like doing these every now and then. Just, what am I missing? What am I doing? What's going on? But it's, no. It's just to say here's a little to you all. And it's nice to see some people joining in already. And just let us know where you are, where you're from. And if you were in the show last night, which was the Heart of the Moon here, and it's interesting that I had a session this morning with Guillermo, very, very good session on astrology, and we looked at what was going on in people's lives at the moment. Puya Lee says hi, very good evening to you. And Puya, there's different people coming on tonight. Just give us a shout where you are there. That'd be nice. Then other people are going to follow, I should think. It takes you to start, I think, and everybody's going to start to follow where they're from. Okay. Hello, Karen Canavan comes on here. Lovely to see you again. And and I think one of the things that came up, which is I think was beautiful experience with this here, is this morning we discovered that at 11:11 exactly, 11:11, and if you know about numbers numerology, we suddenly discussed here. It's stop thinking in the head and unlock the heart. with a key.
Yeah.
And it's interesting here to work with and help people to work with here. And maybe what is the key? What is this? What is the key? How will we unlock the heart to feel and embrace this energy of wonderment, self-love, empowerment, where we're going? And I think that's quite a big thing there that we discussed last night. And because I know you look at the key slightly differently, because we just spoke before coming online. You're telling me, I do that, but you do it a different way.
Yeah, no, I do it from a self-care element, because I like to work, like I said to you, from the inside out.
Yes.
So when I work with someone, whether it's in a workshop group or one-to-one, it's about, right, I'm going to work from the inside out. I'm going to ask you questions, and I want you to release and let go. But to me, it's unlocking the heart. It's just unlocking.
Okay.
And opening up and just finding yourself again. But it's the same thing. It's a lovely terminology anyway, I think, with the key and things like that. It's
yes.
Yes.
I think it is. I think that when we think about it this way, because when we think with our heads, here, we're taking external in. We're reflecting what's out there, but we're not in ourselves. When we think here, we're thinking from ourselves. We're thinking from our own power, putting ourselves into that sort of place. So it's interesting there that in your work there, you're working in that coaching environment, that emotional healing. I think we have a cat that's she's got little kittens here, but we're just like, anyway, we're just like to say, lovely to see so many of you people on tonight. So I think we need to give you a little bit of this.
I'll show you a key. This is Dixie.
It's a Dixie. Dixie looks like she could get away with murder, and she's allowed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's allowed to. Yes. And unfortunately, when you hold Dixie up to the microphone, you have to be a little bit careful, because she does this a lot. I know, it's terrible smell. Terrible smell.
Oh, Dixie, what's he saying?
Oh, I know. Anyway, so it's lovely to see.
We do those things. I'm sorry, we just don't.
Right. Who's this coming in? We've got so many people coming in. Thank you very much. All coming into the house here. We've got Sandra Keneally. We've got Priya Lee. We got the producer. I'm glad we could get hold of the producer tonight. Man, otherwise this would have been difficult to get arranging. So big round of applause, producer, and a bit of a hoot to you guys. And in your evening here we're coming up to almost 6:10 over here in Spain. Let us know where you're from, ladies. Yes, it's all it's all the ladies on tonight. Yes. And okay, so one of the things I like to talk about, CB, just to reflect here, is to ask you guys out there, and maybe Taryn just share this with me here, is saying to people, okay, so you are in your state at the moment, you are in your place, whether you're in a very stable place or sometimes you need a bit more strength in your life here, whatever it is. Maybe one of the questions I'd like to ask here is to ask you, and maybe you've got some explanations here, is where do you want to be in, say, by the summer? Where do you want to be? What sort of place in your heart, your mind? This goes out to you guys as well there. And where do you want to be? And how you, just first of all, let's see where we are there.
So you see, if someone had asked me that question 3 years ago, I probably would have gone, don't know.
Funny, isn't it? We sometimes still have those, don't we?
Now I'm very much, I'm really happy. I'm really content with life. I love what I do. I've got complete passion for my work. So my only desire is to stay as passionate and happy.
Okay.
And to be healthy. But to be honest, I like to take a day as it comes now.
Okay.
I think the beauty of finding your own self-care, your own confidence, is you don't overthink and worry too much.
Yes.
Obviously set intentions. You know, I set my intentions and I have goals. And they are very much around my family and my work. I just want to be successful, but I want to be authentic. So it's all for me about being authentic, passionate and focused. So by the summer, hopefully, that will just come on leaps and bounds like it has been and grow more. So
This is so interesting what you're saying, because Priya Lee says, I don't know, just want to be happy. Priya Lee says she also wants peace and quiet. Well, you're demanding quite a lot here, Priya Lee. First of all, you just want to be happy, and then then you want peace, then you want quiet. I mean, what else do you want, for goodness sake? Dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway.
But I think we find it hard, Phil, when we don't put self-care as our number one. If you think about it, that's why I said to you 3 years ago, I probably wouldn't have been able to tell you what I wanted for myself, because I didn't put myself first. I didn't look after myself.
Okay.
So, but now for me, it just rolls off my tongue because I put myself and my environment first,
Okay.
And that's, you can tell a lot by the people's answers. I can't see because I've only got you on my phone and I'm in my little snug with the kittens, so I can't see Facebook comments. But what I would say to people is, if they don't know, ask yourself why you don't know. Ask yourself why you don't think you're important enough to know.
Okay.
Because it's about being free and happy, really.
Priya Lee is about being different. Okay, about being different here. Now, we're in a very interesting year, and we're in a very interesting energy. It's very different to what we've ever experienced before. Very different. Even when I do the shows on Sundays, and I do them on Wednesday mornings, which I did with Guillermo this morning. Absolutely.
Sorry, I'm
good show.
going to have to leave you here just while I
Yeah. That's okay. It's all right. We've got the boarding kettles going on there, or the cattery.
Got the babysitting.
The babysitting with the cats there. Anyway, but what's very interesting here is when we actually think about ambitions this year. I think what a lot of you are saying here is not necessarily about where you want to be, as in mentally. Sometimes we think mentally, like we used to be. You say, I want to achieve this, and this. Right? That's okay. We don't need to lose sight of that. But sorry.
The heart. It's
the heart.
Yeah.
Yes. So maybe this is about a year around us here. In order to discover where we're going to, we need to stop this saying we've got to keep moving, got to keep shifting, got to keep going forwards in the way we are, which is it's a very mental side here, but to feel like if things feel good today to do something, do them. If it don't feel so good tomorrow, do something else.
Yeah, and I think that's really important, because that's an element I talk about with the Moon workshops, but also the self-care coaching is. And I think I said this in our first live we did together, it's really important to listen to yourself. And that's why I say to people, I will work with them from the inside out. And they always give me a funny look.
Okay.
But, I challenge people and I ask them questions and I get them to start thinking about, their gut, their feelings. And the thing is, their body is always giving them intuition. Their body's always telling them things. They just haven't been open to it.
Okay.
Once you start being open to that, you do start thinking from your heart.
Okay.
You start looking after yourself and doing things for your enjoyment.
Okay, so it really is about enjoyment. So maybe we're talking about this year, the heart of the moon. We're talking about the key to unlock the heart, to find the heart, to find this here. Is all about not necessarily thinking, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to keep up with the Joneses, I've got to make them, if I do this, it'll make them happy, if I do that, it'll make them happy. Very externalized. And what would it be like just to be in ourselves, just to be in there, and to feel that peace, that love, that happiness from self, and how that could transform our world.
Yeah.
I think that's. I think what's important here is how we can embrace that love and feel love in ourselves here. And I think this is going to be, as much as we've got this media thing and the government thing, the world thing, everything's changing. What's identified here is what the world has done in its ruling powers is it's separating away, I think, from people. There's no wanting to be part of this establishment thing anymore. It's more about connecting with the self, and I think it's finding that loveness. And no matter what happens, love is all. I think love is all power.
I think when you open and you listen to your own feelings, your own emotions, and you start giving yourself self-care, you really do step into who you're meant to be, and you do become authentic. And when you're authentic, you kind of just flow. You know, it's lovely. It's a lovely place to be.
Okay. Hello, guys out there. For those of you who have not been on the show before, welcome. This is Cafe Clairvoyance. Cafe Clairvoyance, or clairvoyance, the French word meaning clear seeing. And it doesn't mean to say here we're doing just psychic or spiritual stuff. This is everything. Everything we want to clearly see. So we want to clearly see about where we're going, what we're doing, and how our minds are changing, our mindsets are changing. We're being asked to work and live in a completely different way, where energies perhaps were in the past here, and the membrane, the frequency of energy was going horizontal, now is going more vertical. So it's going up the core of us, going straight up to where we would look at maybe whether you consider this as a god, as an energy, as a spirit, whatever this is. Even a cat there wants a little word.
Yeah, sorry.
Even a cat. No problem at all. And I think that's an important thing I think we're going through is this personal change, and how a lot of people are finding this, in some respects, what they thought was going to be very difficult rather, is just different. But we're coming from there, a happier place.
Yeah.
Yes. Lovely to see so many people on here. Val, good evening to you. Good evening to you. And Val is in Bedfordshire. And where you got guys from? Yes. You're in Bedfordshire, aren't you there?
No, Buckinghamshire, Phil. I'm
literally,
on the border.
there's a border.
I used to be in Bedfordshire, and then when I moved around the corner, apparently now I'm Buckinghamshire. So there you go. I haven't got a clue.
Just gone up market.
I don't know.
I used to say, actually, it's quite funny, I used to get people to believe me here, that when you travel from Buckinghamshire to Hertfordshire, that you notice that the trees are different. Yes, because the Hertfordshire tree is more upmarket than a Bedfordshire tree. You can notice.
See,
look at trees.
I would just laugh at you. I wouldn't.
I know. But some people are going, really? No, so see that one there? That's a Hertfordshire tree, and that's a Bedfordshire tree. So you can tell the difference. I mean, look, it's more upmarket. Look. Yes. Yeah. Yes, it's got their like opposed to it. Anyway, guys, you got any questions out there? Okay, let's have a look at Priya Lee. You're giving loads of feedback here. We really appreciate this. So come on, other guys here. Don't let Priya Lee do all the work. The other guys here, if there's anything here that you would like to discuss, we're just talking about the moon and the heart and how we're tuning within ourselves. And part of this year now, and we're really feeling this now, is this needing to connect with this love within here. And it's interesting what's going on now astrologically is Venus going through Gemini is going to slow down. It's going to go retrograde. As it's doing that, it's doing a little journey where it bypasses Neptune and makes a square, which is a 90-degree astrological square. Now, for some of us here, we could find it absolutely frustrating. Some of us will find it confusing, and some of us will finding, I'm so in love. So look, but it's all a bit out there. It's all a bit out there. So which one are you?
No, I don't know. I think I'll tell you what I felt today. I feel really, really. I've really felt like low energies today.
Yes.
But I think it's quite interesting because obviously the first quarter moon, we're just coming into it, and that is about picking up momentum and vibrations and energies. So I think I do feel the shifts of the moon sometimes. I seem to be quite connected to them, and I think that's why I'm so passionate about them. But I do feel a little bit sort of tired. I feel fine in myself, but I can feel an energy. I can feel a drop of, I can feel it.
Yes, it's interesting because we're in that square now between Venus and Neptune. And one of the things Neptune does is, in a chart here on an area, is it can wash things away. So it just makes you feel like I'm washed out. But all you need to do, all it say here is just take a bit of a break.
Yeah. Listen to yourself. Listen to your body.
Yes, sometimes you just need a little bar of chocolate. Sometimes you need a little bottle of wine. I caught her out. See, I knew she was going to do that.
I'm going to have both, but I can't till I've finished teaching my chakra meditation this evening.
That's hilarious. It's brilliant. But sometimes we need these little spoilings, don't we? Because we need part of love here is sometimes we need to be like this.
And
now,
let go, yeah.
Yes. Now, here's something interesting. This is an interesting fact that's come out recently and before the lockdown. But this is about self-love, about self-love, how we're changing with ourselves here. Because if we look with our eyes and we start thinking externally, we can look at other people, and other people are telling us things. They're trying to get us to condition in some way or form here. And try and get us conditioned some way or form. And it doesn't make us feel very comfortable because it's mental, it's impacting on there. And it doesn't feel good when you pass it down here. So say, for example, I can't name any, but what I can discuss here is that a lot of these dietary foods or things like this, or clubs or centers or places like that, it's interesting here. Well, people can't get to them. So the people who are fixed on, I've got to get to the health, I've got to get to the health club, I've got to do this, I've got to lose that weight, I've got to do this. Very much in the head here, on that energy which is hard energy, and almost digging at yourself, having a battle with yourself.
It is tough, I think. I mean, I know I've told Phil, I do emotional eating, and I've been looking at doing a workshop in the summer, but obviously now with everything that's gone on, I don't think there'll be one in person. But I'll be looking at doing that online. But I mean, I think it is hard for people. I think there's so many things, like you say, with dieting and drinking and things like that people struggle with. They're really put into a box right now.
Yes. So what people are doing, they're changing. They're changing from the diets, now going on to vitamins. They've got to get their vitamins right. Like, for instance, everybody's saying here, keep your vitamin C up. So people are changing from diets and going on to vitamins, things like this. So it's interesting seeing a shift. They're not focusing so much here on I can only eat that small portion of food. No, they're making sure that they've got the vitamins inside their body. That's interesting. So there's a shift already away from this taboo. We've got to look like this. We've got to look like that. And
do you not think also, I think one of the things that could be really good to come out of all of this, and I think myself included in this, I mean, I'm pretty good with my food now, because obviously, as you know, I did that health coaching and I lost a lot of weight. I lost 5 stone in 4 months.
That's a lot, isn't it?
That is a lot. But I looked at emotions, I looked about healing, and this is what I want to teach other people. You know, I'm all about that. You know, you told me I was a healer anyway, a long time ago. But I finally listened. What I would say is, I think a real positive thing is, I think we're all going to learn a lot about what we waste, what we take for granted. And I actually see there's a real beauty in that.
Yes.
And I've been saying that a lot on my page and to clients and friends, and saying, you know, gosh, I don't know about you, but gosh, the things I used to buy that I just didn't need, you know, and I just buy them for the sake of it and waste. And now I'm the opposite. I'm really watching what I buy because I'm thinking of other people. Thinking of others, and I think it's a healthy mindset to have, because then we don't take so much, and if we don't take so much, I think we're looking, even our environment's going to be better.
I think it is. I think it'd be a very I think it would be, yes. Now, it's interesting to talk about this here, because out here in Spain, myself and my wife here, we're very aware that you can only get out to the shop so many times here, and you can only eat so much, so to speak, but we are eating very healthy. And one of the things we did, I thought it was hilarious, but it's absolutely fantastic, is one of the salads was coming to the end of its life. Well, the salad's here. You're probably thinking, okay, what's going to happen next? Well, Deborah decided here, she's very creative. This is the producer, by the way. In between shows, she's doing this. She's thinking of ploys. Half the time she doesn't tell me what's in it. But what she did, she slung it all in a curry. I tell you what, it was absolutely fantastic. Now, just to help you guys out here, curries are good for you, providing you don't use too many buttery or fatty things.
Yeah.
But you can shove anything in it and it tastes fantastic.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, there you go. So there you go. That's got you going,
I'm
isn't
a
it?
curry addict. I cook all sorts of curries, have for years. I love
Yes.
my curry. I'm a big fan of curries. I love veggie curries, all sorts. God, I love it.
Yes. So there you go. Curry. Curry keep happy. Don't throw your food away. Throw it in a curry. It tastes delicious. Just add your ingredients to
Or
it
in
and
a
away you go.
smoothie.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Or smoothie.
Smoothies, soups,
Soups. Yes. Yes.
all sorts.
Yeah, it's good fun doing. Yes. Don't drink too much wine when you're making these foods here, because I've done that before. Got a bit carried away. Get carried away here. I mean, most of the time here when I'm cooking here. I mean, I don't drink when I do cooking now. So I like to really focus on what I'm doing. Really focus on cooking there. So I tell everybody's around me.
Do you mean you focus on Deborah cooking while
Yes.
you're drinking?
Yes,
from
no.
your past?
She
Sure.
normally bans me from that environment. But I say to everybody, if I do it, especially when I was younger here, I say, look, can everybody get out of the kitchen? I need to focus. I need to focus here. And nobody looks at me. I need to focus on the cooking. And I say, what are you cooking? I'm trying to cook an egg. Say no more. So I don't get very far, do I? Anyway, it's interesting now, isn't it? The way we can change our habits, and a lot of these things here, the old ways we have to look like this, we have to be like that. We're externalizing, very much working from the head, where we need to swap this all around and work from the heart and say, how does it make me feel today? What do I want to go and do?
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins, Sir Anthony Hopkins, famous actor, he said here, and I remember one of his statements was saying here, all this taboo, you've got to look like this, you've got to look like that. Just go and have a great time. Go and have a great enjoyment day. If you want to eat something, eat it. If you want to drink something, drink it. But live it and be happy.
Yeah.
And I think if you're doing that, you're having a great time and you're running from the heart. You're not in this control set where you are there.
Yes.
Okay, right. Interesting question here. Karen, I can see you there poised on the edge of your seat here. You're saying, what's your opinion on the difference between energies between the sun and the moon? Okay, you do the moon bit, I'll do the sun bit. Do you want to do the moon bit?
Yeah. I think for me, I think they're linked though. So for me, in the sense I see the moon as healing. I see the moon as quite emotionally healing, helping you to maybe focus through the phases. But I see the sun, I mean, I won't go into the sun because I'll let you do that, but I see the sun as when you actually start to take action. Okay, yeah, great. In astrology, the moon is about your responses to things. It's how you respond. Like, for instance, when you need nurturing, you'll run to your moon. When you feel you have needs in your life, it's based on your needs are the moon. And as the moon's going through its phases here, it's so close to the earth that the earth responds. The earth responds here, like the tides. It's all about your emotions, isn't it?
Yes. And you'll find here, for instance, it's even the police over here. Police were warned that on the full moon, which was a couple of months ago here, but just over a month ago, the full moon, the police were being told during this full moon here, make sure you're going to have to deal with a lot of conflicting energies of people. So they were thinking about it astrologically rather than anything else here. And it's interesting, when the full moon is full in Leo, more people do crimes than any other time.
Yeah.
More criminals in jail have got a full moon, have got a Leo, very strong Leo moon. So the moon here. So the moon is about responding to things. It's your emotional needs, and what brings you comfort. Your emotional needs, how you need particular relationships. That's quite important there. Your sun is the soul. Is your soul's purpose. This is where I'm going. This is my destiny. This is what I'm born here to do. This is how I'm coming out. Whether you're Capricorn, you think I'm going to focus on career and stability. Whether you're Pisces, I want to feel the world and I'm going to heal the world. I want to work with the world and work with healing. Maybe if there's something to do with Libra, I want to work in fashion. I want to do something which is to do with beauty or balance. I want to bring balance here. And if you're Virgo, it's very much to do with I'm going to work. I'm going to make sure everything is in order. With Sagittarius, I'm going to travel, and then I'll travel again. Then maybe I'll travel a bit more. Yeah. So the sun is very much about the soul's purpose, where you're going to. So hopefully, Karen, that works there. So you've got a need to go somewhere and a desire to feel. Anything else there? Let's have a look here. We got this one up. We will do the second. There it is. Moon and the Heart Part 2 on the 26th of May, 9 p.m. EU, 8 p.m. UK time here. And it's very much about, we're working on the Moon and Heart Part 2. So what's that going to be about? Well, guys, this is what we need. If any of you would like to know more about your moon placement in your charts, and your heart's desire here, we need your date of birth. We need your date of birth. If you've got your time of birth and your town of birth, fantastic, send it through. You need to send this through in advance of the show for me to get the charts up, for me to share this with Taryn, have a discussion about the people that will be joining the show and things. Although it'll be a show that involves everybody, the readers will be primarily about the people who can send information beforehand, because I have to print it up to get your astrology charts, which will, I'll just find an astrology chart, which is underneath here somewhere. It was, yes, not to worry, but I'll show you astrology chart coming up in front. But it's a big round chart. It's got all the different aspects, placement, planetary placements, and then we can work with your moons, and then we can have a good old chat about what is going on here. And also Venus, where about your love, your desire for love. Yes, and it's interesting actually here, because if you've got Venus in an air sign, for example, you're super chatty and you'll get tiddly so quickly on just one glass of wine. And if you know that you've got Venus in an air sign, you'll know that.
Well, I'm Pisces, but I mean, I'm a bit light on the wine.
Drinks like a fish. That's what it means. Yes. Okay, right, so hopefully that's understanding there. So basically, we just wanted to drop by and say hello and just say thank you so much, everybody, for joining the show last night. If you wanted to go over it, by all means do. It's on the Facebook page here under videos, and you'll see it there. It was last night's show, and all other shows as well. There's quite a few of them there. And absolutely lovely of you to join us. And yes, there's quite a few of you on. We got oh, come on, guys, what's going on here? We've got 23 thumbs up and only 15 hearts. Come on now. Where's your hearts? Get go your little hearts there. And yes, before we go, because I just wanted to just share this with you and just say how much we enjoyed it, and we're looking forward to doing another show.
Oh yeah, it was lovely. Really good fun.
Yes.
Really fun.
Yes, always.
I think we're going to try and do a few more card readings, aren't we? We're going to try and do a little bit longer next time.
Yes. Yes.
So I think we're going to go for a little bit longer. So let's try and get those done.
It's the way we love you and everything. Okay, guys, lovely. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for joining in, your thumbs up and everything. There we go. Just before we go, we've got 41 hearts and 23 thumbs up. Okay. Taryn, what more can I say? But what a pleasure. Lovely to see you there in
yes.
in Buckinghamshire.
Woburn Sands.
Woburn, yes. Woburn. They say it very poshly over there, Woburn. She's not going to talk to me now. Anyway, Sandra, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody here. We just want to wish you a very good evening and chill out. You know what the energy is like. Sometimes if it's too pushing or too draining, you know you need a bit of chocolate, a little bit of wine, and just unwind. And from my good friend Taryn, and from me, see you soon.